So to what extent now will you say citizens have used some of these engagement tactics to engage the government while making demands?
Yeah, the citizens now, you have to look at, there are two, if you're talking about the citizens, you have to look at the two major bodies. You have to look at the educated citizen and the uneducated ones. And if you look at the northern part of the country, you have to look at the level of education in the north and the level of education in the south. It's not the same. The way an educated person in the southern part of Nigeria will reason will be quite different from the way someone who is uneducated in the northern part of the country will reason. So this is also a major problem for us. But I think at this time, both parties need to come together. We, the citizens, because we are the ones that we have the power to vote and we have the power to give you to vote into office and also to vote you out of office. But unfortunately, we have not been able to use this power because of some cabal, some politicians that have, that have used some political machinery, some form of calculation, to click onto power, and they're using it for their own selfish interest. And because of the high level of poverty, they tend to use some kind of political power and give them some chips to deceive them. And once you're able to deceive them to believe in your own type of ideology, maybe when you're in power and when you're not in power, it becomes a big problem for us. Like the issue of Southeast now is that it has been a long age problem, conversing, talking until this IPOB, came on board. And even before then, people are not even they don't tend to listen from the latest, from the report released by the DSS, the cadets. You can see that there's some certain part of the country have a lion's share of the employment of the cadets. So you can see, and so people are talking, everybody's talking, they feel marginalized, and the only way, and because they have been talking in the past, and nobody's listening to them, and coupled with the fact that some politicians that came from that region are no longer in government again, they are also helping to fuel this this agitation from behind, and and so it becomes a complicated problem for us. But I think the acting president is really doing all he can. I have to give it up to him. He's doing a good job to also unite this country. But I think the citizen at this time, we need to sit down and say, this is what we want.
And from feelers we're getting in some quarters, it seems Nigerian youth seem fed up with the way things are and want to move away from making demands to stepping up a tad higher to run for office. How feasible do you think that is?
We need more people to get themselves involved in politics. We need more learned people to involve themselves in politics. If we continue to leave these old folks, these same old people, we won't go anywhere. We need young people, fresh blood, new faces, educated people. We have good people all around the world. I mean, one of the problems that we have not really been, one of the opportunities that we have not been able to tap is to use our Nigerians in diasporas. We have not been able to use that our Nigerians in diasporas in the US, in the UK, who are doing fantastically well. We've not been able to use those people. If we can tap into that resources, Nigeria will be a better place for all of us.
So where's the social media coming in all of this?
Yeah, you can use the social media for good or for bad. Okay, like I said, someone can sit at his bed corner and make a voice message, as if some people, as if hell is, as if heaven is about falling, and the message goes viral. But when that kind of message comes, we need someone at another point who will counter that voice message that has been going on. So that is what we need at this time. We need to counter some of this negative talk that is going on, this picture going viral. I think we need someone at the other hand to also counter them and say, look, this is not true. Someone needs to come out from the other end and debunk those allegations so that you don't end up creating fears in the mind of people. Over the last week, a lot of people are living in fear with the videos and the messages, the voice messages that have been flying around. So a lot of people are living in fear. And, when we continue to do this kind of thing, we have mischief makers everywhere. Online, we have people who are just out there to make mischief. Some are doing it for just their own personal reasons. Some are doing it because of that's an act of wickedness. They find happiness in doing it. They're not doing it for anything, not because they want to achieve anything, but they just want to sit down and keep getting horrible news, and that is just their own work, just mischief. They have nothing else to offer. And if you look at these people who are doing this thing, if you go and check, they have nothing. They don't even have a single structure anywhere. And so that is the problem. And if you look at you that is having a structure that you'll be able to invest your money into one particular sector, You wouldn't want war to come up and ravage whatever you have worked and labored for.
Now, do you think the security operatives have done well in monitoring such acts? Because the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Police, the EFCC, and others are officially on these social media platforms.
I don't know how the security agencies have been working so far to tackle some of this menace that is happening. People are not being arrested. In this country, people can be arrested for posting stupid things on Facebook. Immediately, the security agencies will track you and they will get you, and you'll be prosecuted and sent to prison. They don't care. So whenever you're posting something on Facebook, you have to look at it very well and know what you're posting, because they will come after you. Just over 2 days, last week, I think someone was convicted in the UK for posting a video, a picture of someone, a dead corpse or so, a family. He was arrested in the UK. He was persecuted, and I think he was handed 3 months in prison. These things, if we continue to take this path of bringing people to book and allowing people to account for their deeds, I think we'll go a long way. But in this part of this country, we're not doing stuff like that, and so anybody can do anything and get away with it. But and this same I don't care attitude that we are having is not really helping us. So we should all come out from this I don't care attitude, because everything about Nigeria concerns all of us. We all are stakeholders in this country.
All right, then. Thanks for your thoughts, but we have to leave the conversation here. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with another perspective. Stay with us.